There's a process. Everything is formulaic. There's a system and a process to everything. Most of the time, we don't take the time, the effort, the energy to break it down and to actually label it out of what it looks like to make it repeatable. So today, I'm gonna do it for you. It's pretty cool. It's how we do a self-intervention process. So many times we just literally live habitually and we don't understand, well, first of all, what we're doing from the trigger, what's going on, all the stuff that goes along with it. So what we did is we sat down and we broke it down into 5 steps. Now, you can give this to somebody and they can help you with it, or you can identify yourself and look at it, and it's wonderful. So you can start writing these tools down, and when you're going real time, you're feeling yourself triggered or something else is happening, you can go into this self-intervention process. So the first step is to identify. Super simple, I know. Most of the time we don't even do that step, but to identify the problem so I'm aware of what is needed to correct it. Many times we are just reactionary, gut reaction. So with this identification process, or awareness if you will, it helps us identify, oh my gosh, here is the actual problem. Here is the trigger, here's the stimulus that has led me to feeling a certain way. And now that I'm aware of what this is, now I can actually step in and intervene in this process. So step number 2 is this intervention mindset. So what this looks like is we learn how to intervene. It just breaks our pattern. Because again, we're these habitual creatures. It's how we function. It's how we survive. So part of us, very thankful for it. Another part, damn you. So we got to intervene for this process to make sure that we break that cycle. Otherwise, we go right back into the patterns. So with this intervention, we want to stop the behavior. So there's a lot of different tools we can use. Dr. Seligman, one simple one is called the stop technique. You can just hit yourself on the leg, stop! What I do in my mind, because I was using this so often at one point, people thought I was crazy. So in my mind's eye, I slam my hand against my leg and I scream at the top of my lungs, stop. Now I don't do it really, I can do it, just did it right now. You couldn't even tell I did it. But what it does is it creates this gap, this synaptic gap, and it's like this little break in the thought process. They call it scotoma, but we don't have to get all geeky. All you need to know is pattern, behavior, behavior. It's habitual. You do the stop, oh, wait, something new. It just provides this brief intervention. So that's just one tool. There's a lot more, but for right now and time purposes, we'll just stick with that one. Once I do that, number 3, I can get to what is a plan? I want to create a plan so I can actually change the behavior. So here's what it looks like. So we can go ahead and write down of what the plan looks like. So, well, you can insert anything here. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Once I intervene, let's say, it's super simple. Let's say I'm trying to eat healthy. So first problem is identifying, okay, I've got all this crap around the house, so I want to either get rid of that, or when I'm feeling down, whatever that behavior is, identify it, and you stop and intervene. Oh, I was starting to go towards the donut or the brownie. So what is the plan? The plan is, instead of reaching for a brownie, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drink 1 glass of water, and I'm gonna eat a banana, or eat something else. So you're able to have a plan set up ahead of time. So not if I'm triggered, but when I go in, oh, I'm on autopilot, let's turn over here, drink the water, eat the banana, go for a walk, do something to interrupt that. But having the plan preset is so important because that's what we turn to break the habitual pattern. So that is step number 3 of the plan. And the 4th is to follow up. We want to follow up with ourselves. This is what helps create these new triggers. This is what helps create these new patterns of success versus the old, just accepted patterns of failure. And so following up, I like to keep a little journal or a little alarm on my phone that says, hey, just quick check-in. How'd you do so far today? Are you on or off? If you're off, don't beat yourself up. Recenter, restart, keep going. But it's this follow-up, this reminder process. And number 5 is reinforcement. I already set up positive reinforcements for when you do good and negative reinforcements for when you don't do well. So what that means is you can do a little treat, like I know my wife gets these, they're like little Justin's Reese's Pieces. It's like a healthier version with dark chocolate. I won't get into it, but basically it's like, hey, if I have a really good day, then you know what? If I get a few of those in a row, I want to have one of those. They're fantastic. I'm going to limit myself to 2. So you give yourself a little positive reward. Negative reward, if I don't, then I go, okay, now depending on where your mental mindset is. So negative rewards, it's kind of wishy-washy. So for me, I might do like 20 burpees, 25 burpees of going, okay, I didn't do well today, so my punishment is physical burpees. I start linking pain, and you go into it. It's one way. I know it's super simple. I know it's cheesy, but by understanding this process, really the 5-step process of identifying what it is, creating the intervention to break that pattern, coming up with a plan ahead of time and implementing that plan, having this follow-up system with yourself, and then this reinforcement process, it's how we begin to develop new, not only behavioral patterns, but we actually rewire our brain in a complete different way. Hoping you got great value out of this, and thank you for letting me serve you.